Well, well. The England squad has just been announced. We're going to get into it. I mean, oh, Thomas Tuchel has done it again. But has he done the good thing or the bad thing? England need to progress. England needs more going for it. But do we even have the players to even make a dent for the World Cup? Are we going to get a World Cup? It's been long overdue, pretty much like Spurs was overdue in winning the trophy. 1966 was the last major trophy that England won, and that is the World Cup. Since then, it's been disastrous. We've been woeful, pretty much like Spurs. Had to do it. I'm tying that ahead for TK24 Sports. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn that notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Let's get into this squad announcement. Okay, goalkeepers. Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford, and James Trafford. Nothing exciting there. We've got butts of fingers. Jordan Pickford in goal. No Aaron himself, but then again, he's been relegated yet again with Southampton. That guy can't catch a break like he can't catch a ball. Pretty much like Andre Onana. Going into the defenders. Dan Burn, Trevor Calabar, Levi Colwell, Reece James, Ezra Konza, Miles Lewis Skelly, my man, and Carl Walker. Now, when you think of it, you look at that defence. Chelsea. Okay, three Chelsea players made it in there. Newcastle player made it in there. An ex-Manchester City now gone to AC Milan has made it in there. And an Aston Villa has made it in there. And of course, you have to have an Arsenal representative in there in a Miles Lewis Skelly, who is going to be England's #1 and left wing back. He will play inverted. We know Thomas Tuchel likes him, loves him, gave him his debut, scored on his debut. That's the one. But for me, who's going to be the centre back pairing is Reece James going to be the right back? Because you know who's not in there? Trent Alexander. Because where is he? Is he even in the England squad? Let's get into the midfielders. Trent Alexander now goes into midfield along with Jude Bellingham, Conor Gallagher, Morgan Gibbs White, Jordan Henderson, Curtis Jones, Cole Palmer, and of course, Declan Rice with Morgan Rogers. Now that midfield looks amazing. The defense looks a bit shaky, but moving Trent from right back into midfield, that tells me Thomas Tuchel is going to do something that not even Gareth Southgate could do. Implement Trent Alexander into midfield. Something that Arne Slot should have done. Maybe could have kept him here rather than him going to Spain. I want to see how you're going to implement Trent Alexander in midfield. I want to see what this new midfield is going to look like. There's no Phil Foden yet. But with Trent going into midfield, this could be a new look, a new life, and a new creativity coming from midfield. And one thing before we get into the strikers, England lack goals. They severely lack goals. Strikers, or forward players, shall we say. Eze, he's a star player. I want to start calling him a superstar because what he does for Crystal Palace is phenomenal. Scored the winner in the FA Cup final against Manchester City. Bang, Crystal Palace, first major silverware. That was the man who delivered it. Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, no name, Saka. And guess who's back? You got Ollie Watkins, but guess who's back in the England fold? He left London to go to Saudi, and he is back. Yes, the one, the only Ivan Toney. He's back in the England fold. Thomas Tuchel's called him back. So it goes to show, even if you go abroad, you can still get into this England squad. Does that mean that we have a lack of strikers and talent in England? Maybe. But Ivan Toney is a good striker. You still have an Ollie Watkins out there. You still got the Ivan Toney to back up a Harry Kane. On the wing, you know Saka's starting on the right-hand side. There's no debate there whatsoever. Even if Phil Foden was here, would you say that he deserves to play? Marcus Rashford, I guess his form has not been good enough since he's gone to Aston Villa to get back in. He had a look in the last time he goes to Aston Villa. Is he injured? Is he really injured? But he's not good enough. So you've got the Eze, you've got the Anthony Gordon, you've got the Madueke. there as well on the wing. So you've got your three wingers there. But I think you can look at Cole Palmer to say he should be playing on the right hand side over Bukayo Saka, but that's not happening. Cole Palmer only had one good season at Chelsea. Fair enough, he's only been there for two now. But my point is this: it was a flash in the pan because what has he done this season? You're going to turn around and say, "What has Saka done? Saka's been out for much longer." Cole Palmer, well, he's just freezing Palmer. He's been missing. But that's an England squad that's just been announced by Thomas Tuchel. It's kind of interesting. Players returning, midfielder has been changing, and the defense, well, to me, that's just a bit shaky in my opinion. But that's my opinion. What's your opinion? Road to 100,000 subscribers is on its way. I need your help. I need your views and thoughts. Please keep on watching the whole show. I'm tying out here for TK 24 Sports.